Weak Hero Class 1, and I like, but also feel uncomfortable with this series. Hello there, namaste. So Weak Hero Class 1 is basically one of those Korean dramas that involves around bullying in the school. I watched the trailer, and the trailer makes me feel like there is a Sherlock Holmes type person who basically looks around the map and plans out how he's gonna fight. They do that for like 2 episodes, and then they get rid of it. Yeah, but the main character, he focuses on his studies. He doesn't care about anything else around him. It's all about studying. And he ends up pissing off a few bullies who end up having connections with some drug organization, who have an even deeper connection with someone who handles gambling. And the first half of the season literally feels like its own start to finish show, where these people don't know each other, this group of 3 guys, and at the very end of the 4th episode, they're like best of buds because they end up taking down the drug lord. And then it feels like it turns into a completely different series because, of course, the next step after a group of friends end up, the series ends and they become best friends, well, one of them has to turn on everyone. And it happens halfway through the series. And then it turns into this story about friends wanting to get revenge for what happened to their other friend because one person feels uncomfortable, and you feel sympathy for the one who's being a complete, just a terrible human being. You feel sympathy for him because you find out that he was adopted and his father beats him consistently. His father does not care about him. His father literally wants to kill him. So he wants to feel power for himself. And finally, the old bullies now listen to him because he has the money to pay them and have them do his bidding. And it just turns into this weird dynamic where our first main character is just trying to have everything, just stop it. Just stop it. We don't need this circle of violence. And that's the thing. He was just like, he was always the rational one. It's just like, I'm asking you a favor. Don't do it. Don't do it. Consistently. That's like his go-to throughout the entire series. Even when he's getting revenge, it's always like, I told you to stop. I really, really liked it because he goes around learning what friendship is. It's not just about himself. He's willing to sacrifice his own grades, which is his whole world to him, for someone that he deems an important friend. The one thing, well, technically the 2 things that are bad with this series is, 1, the main character, he stops doing the Sherlock Holmes analyzing the scenario. They kind of hint at it, but I liked it where it kind of slowed down and his eyes are looking around and he's like saying it in his own head. I like that. Later on, he's walking through a building and then they just show us cutaway of like what he was looking at, and it's like, oh, okay, that's gonna come into play later. That's gonna come into play later. Like, it works, but at the same time, I prefer it where it seems like he's analyzing everything. And of course, he doesn't always win with that because, well, you can only analyze so much. There's always a chance of spontaneity or someone just being stronger, you not expecting something different. So he doesn't always win, but I like it when he does it and it's like, oh, this is all cool. And it could have padded out the runtime a little bit. And of course, the second issue, I don't have a problem with a friend turning on a friend. It's the fact that it literally happens right when they become best of friends. It's out of nowhere. It feels uncomfortable because immediately they take down the big baddie and they're like best friends going out to get some food. Next episode, his father beats him and he's unhappy. He starts seeing his ex from the old school and he turns villain and starts attacking all his friends. That's okay for a sequel, but not for the same film. The only time something like that works is if that friend was the true villain all along. But he wasn't. He wasn't. He was just felt the taste of power. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's the thing. This show is literally about 3 sociopaths becoming friends and working together. Because yes, they are all unstable. They all have their own code. They all have their own feeling of what it means to be a friend. And it works until one of them doesn't feel like it works anymore. And of course, when one of the sociopaths go off the reservation, all the others start getting revenge for each person. It goes crazy. Absolutely crazy. But again, I was having the issue which I was like, They were your friends yesterday. Yes, they're kids. It makes sense. Kids don't think far ahead. I mean, heck, how many people have heard a young person say, oh, this is the love of my life, who they've known for 2 days. And then a week later, they're in a relationship with someone completely different, who is the new love of their life. I have a family member like that. It's just something you get used to. It's like, it's not important. It's not important. So I could give it a pass right there, because it's like, friends do fall apart. Friends do have tendencies to argue with each other. And the fact that they never truly melded. The one character who starts attacking them literally only went to them because they were the strong group. They were the two most powerful people in the school. So of course the weak one attached himself to him until he got fame and power off of being their friend to where he could go against them. But one thing is, I'm hoping that season 2 is just one villain throughout fighting various bullies, but not this, oh, let's switch it up to where your friend is the villain halfway through. I recommend this series. Yes, they should have had a little bit more of the Sherlock Holmes planning things out scenes. I would have enjoyed that. It's a fun little thing that they throw in. They could have fun with the cinematography and things like that, but they didn't do that. And the fact that it feels like it's a different show halfway through, or it's a second season halfway through. Other than that, I enjoyed it because I hate the concept of bullying. I hate the concept of tormentors. And here we have a sociopath. In this one, we had 3 sociopaths that literally banded together to take them out until one of them became the bully. And then it's literally each individual sociopath getting revenge for the other sociopath. It's confusing. You've got to watch it. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait on that.